starts this like domino effect of drama.
Right. And do you notice that? Well, you know what? Let me ask this to Jen, because Jen runs a very, very big board for hockey, right, Jen?
Yeah.
And who do the men fight?
No, they're pretty good. They self-moderate. They shut each other down pretty quickly.
Right.
And I think because it's not, like, it's all for one team, so it's not a controversial
that's true.
thing. Like, it isn't just, like, an open hockey board with everybody. It's all team-specific. So everybody there is, with the most part, have the same intentions.
Okay. So I was wondering, like, I don't go, like, I obviously most of the boards, aside from when I go on and argue with the political stuff on, you know, the news, whatever, but it's the women can get pretty crazy. And I hate to bash the women, but man, women can get pretty crazy. Don't you think?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's insane.
So
Well, I tell you what I was just watching, speaking of like men and whatever, you know, Barstool Sports.
Yeah.
yes,
They
I don't. You know, I don't follow them, but I do follow their Instagram now because of you.
Well, they're hilarious. Well,
Mhm.
so they do this thing every year. This is only the second year they've done it, called Barstool Idol.
Right.
And like, because like all like young guys kind of like want to work for them. It's like the dream job. And so they do a thing like it's like American Idol, but for guys who want to work at Barstool. So
Okay.
they do like they hold these like big auditions, and then they narrow it down to like a dozen guys, and then it's kind of like a, I don't know, The Bachelor kind of situation where they bring the dozen guys to New York. They all live in a house for a week, and they do all these like challenges and whatever. And
Did they
just
show
did
this
it
on TV?
on YouTube. Each episode's like an hour long. You have to watch it. And the guys are such bitches.
Oh, we gotta
Oh,
watch
I would-
this.
I was riveted and like dying laughing. And yeah, you've got to watch it. And there's this. I mean, it's kind of anticlimactic the way they reveal who won anyway. So I'll just tell you,
Mhm.
it's this guy named Austin, but they call him Condition because there's like there's something wrong with him. It's undiagnosed, but like you can and.
Stop.
Because on the first day he shows up and they more or less are like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "I don't know, it's an undiagnosed condition." And he's
Condition?
like 22, so like at this point in his adult life, like he's been to the doctor and they can't figure it out. So they either call him Condition or Mantis because he looks like a praying mantis.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I can't even right now.
So wait. So is his condition physical or mental?
Physical.
Oh, it's physical?
Yeah.
And he looks
I
like a
don't-
praying mantis?
I don't think those two things have to do with each other.
Like I feel bad.
I don't think the
laughing,
condition
but
makes him look like a praying mantis.
No, it does.
Oh,
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
Let me know. You'll see what I mean. And I feel bad laughing about it, but like he like owns it and like he's made it part of his shtick and like he wants people to laugh about it. So
Right.
Well, good
he's,
for him.
He's very talented. Like I'm really happy he won. I think of all the guys, he deserved it the most. Anyway,
Well,
but definitely
right.
watch the series. It's so funny. But the men are just as bad as women on it.
So
I
it's
would
like
imagine.
Big
They can be
Brother
pretty bitchy.
for the Barstool Sports?
What?
Is it like Big Brother?
Yeah, more or less. It's like a competition show. They live in the house, they like film everything, and they have to do these challenges. Like they have to go out and like make videos during the day, and then at night they like bring them back and play the videos and judge them and eliminate them. And the male ego is a fragile thing.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to check this out.
You really need to.
So
And there's a lot of stand-up comedy on it, and some of the guys, like most of them just bomb. So that's entertaining.
Oh, really? They make them do like stand-up routines as part of the
Yeah.
competition. So
Yeah.
because the show's radio based, right?
It started as like way back when it started as a print newspaper in Boston.
Oh.
And then it went to like blogs, and now it's just sort of like all multimedia.
Why
They
did
had
I
that
think
show,
it was a radio show on Sirius?
It is.
Oh,
So
okay.
it is. They have a whole channel on
A whole
Sirius.
channel. That's right.
They do podcasts, blogs. They have a YouTube channel. They have everything.
Okay, so it's okay. Now, so it's kind of like Betches, the female,
Yes, but
right?
better.
The boy version.
The boy version of Betches.
Yes.
So because yeah, Betches is branched out to everything like that podcast. So that's another question I have about that. So do they mainly talk about sports, or it's everything?
They talk very little about sports because I have zero interest in sports, but I listen to Barstool.
Yeah,
like,
I
all
always
day, every
wondered
day.
because you're such a fan of them, and I'm like, do I have to like sports?
No, not at all. They're just hilarious.
Okay, and now they finally have some females, right? I was seeing.
Yes, they have one show that's hosted by two chicks by themselves. It's called Chicks in the Office.
Chicks in the Office. Yes.
And then on like what I would say like their flagship show called like the Barstool Radio Show in the afternoon, they have a female co-host.
Okay. All right.
And they have their new CEO is a woman too.
Okay. All right. Well, now I feel like I'm getting a little more hip. That's so millennial. I don't know. But yeah, I'm feeling, I mean, there's like so much with like Betches and things like that I don't think I know about. I don't know. Something happened to Jen. I don't know.
Did the snake venom get her?
Jen, okay, so yeah, by the way, Jen has a snake venom mask on, which I don't know what that's all about. She's going to have to fill us in about that once we get a hold of her again. Jen?
I think I'm back.
You're back, yeah.
All right.
Jen, let's talk about your mask.
Okay. It is synthetic snake venom. It's supposed to be anti-aging, which I'm feeling okay about now. Oops, can you see?
Yeah, how long are you supposed to leave that on your face?
10 to 15 minutes.
Okay. Jen, you're overcooked.
When do we start? For half an hour in. It stopped tingling. I think that's good.
Because your face is probably completely numb at this point.
Right? What if it falls off? It does say synthetic, so I don't think it can be that bad.
All right. While we're talking about masks, since it's all girls here, there is something I did watch, and I think it was actually on TV. And it's like this is like all the rage now. It's like $200, and it's like a 3-step process, and I don't know the name of it, but you put it on, and then it gets really, really, really hard at the end, and they're calling it the Game of Thrones mask.
I haven't seen
Why? That sounds awful.
Yeah. Well, because what happens is when you, at the last step, it's like a milky glue type of consistency, and now I know where I saw it. I saw it on Entertainment Tonight, like one of the host, the female host, was getting it done, okay? And they're calling it the Game of Thrones mask because while it dries, it has like a very cracked, scaly, almost like a monster look.
Like dragon skin?
Yes, something similar to that. Right. Right. And what it is like all these minerals, and they said that it pulls all this blood to your face, and while it was on, you could see like all the veins in her neck were like red, and you could see the blood pumping.
I think you need to try it and report back.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's like $200. I don't even know if they have it here, but they don't peel it off. They like wash it off like in steps, okay? And like where her veins were on her neck was all red. They said stays red for like 30 minutes because something in this thing pulls all the blood to pool to your face.
Can you guys see that? That's it.
Ooh. Pass.
Yes.
That's awful.
So yeah, what is it called so people can Google it?
Game of Thrones mask, I think, right, Jen?
Yeah.
I know there's a professional. Okay, well, we'll post that on a couple of Instigators' Facebook page so everybody could see, and Jen's going to be the first one to try that out and report back.
Like hell.
Yeah. So
the esthetician first assured her that she wouldn't bruise.
Right.
I don't want to go in somewhere where they have to tell me you won't bruise with this.
Okay, seriously. Since we're all Aldi people here, let's just talk about the derma roller.
I don't have one.
Me neither.
All right, I do. And Kim Kardashian was calling it the vampire mask. Remember a while ago she used to get them done, and she would take a picture of herself and she would just be covered in blood her entire face because you're digging holes into your face. You're just rolling these holes with these little needles on a roller. Yeah, there's the Game of Thrones mask. So it kind of looks like makeup, like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
monster makeup while it's drying.
Do we think it actually does anything? Well, you have one. What do you think?
I'm scanning to see what this woman said. Go back to talking about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, so Kim Kardashian did the vampire mask, right? And she was rolling her face with like these little bitty needles, and it was really bloody. So of course I went on to Aldi and I bought my own derma roller, and I would do it at night, just my forehead, because that's where I have the lines, and I wanted to be able to see, you know, before or after. But I only did it like twice, and I gave up.
So inconclusive.
Nothing. Inconclusive. Now, I have to tell you guys that I am remember, I'm swearing by the Zedutafu.
Yes, did you manage to order more?
I did. I got myself 10 more bottles of the Zedutafu. I was safe because I was like totally going to make you mail me a bottle because I knew I had to wait for the slow boat from China. But it came pretty quick. Then, what I originally thought I ordered more Zedutafu, but guess what I ordered? The stuff that gets rid of the veins on your legs. Have you seen that?
No.
I cannot pronounce the name, okay? But you rub it on your, like, spider veins on your legs. I bought it by mistake. And I've got 10 tubes of it. So I am now applying this to covering my legs with this, okay? Because it's supposed to be magic again, and I'm desperate for a magical cure. And I don't even have spider veins. I have like 3. But I will keep you guys posted.
Have you noticed any
Please
difference?
do.
I have not noticed anything. But I can tell you it goes on. It almost is like a concealer, which is now making me wonder. Because it goes on with like this blue tint, but at the same time, it has that menthol-y smell. Like the Zedutafu does.
Okay,
I'd be interested. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jen.
I was going to say, this is the update on the Game of Thrones mask.
Okay.
It was plump, reflective, and glowing. The best part is it stayed that way for over 72 hours. I already have a second one booked for next month.
So she looked good for 72 hours?
So far, when she wrote the article, it would have been 72 hours, and she still thought she looked good. Which, you don't get that from most masks.
No.
Now, granted, I'm not spending $200 on a mask, on my $3 masks.
I won't even. I have one of those. Okay, you know those ones that you peel off and you just like slap it on your face. Obviously, everybody makes them now. I did buy one, but I'm scared to use it because of my rosacea.
Yeah, you could just do a test patch.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like, my skin has been so good since I've been using the Zedutafu that I really don't want to push it.
I'd be interested if you took any of these China pharmaceuticals to get tested somewhere, what they would say is in it.
Right. So weren't we all debating that it would have steroids, but me and Amy thought we were safe because we haven't grown balls yet?
I mean, so far so good.
It's probably like real snake venom.
Yeah.
It could be.
It's
they
not
do
like
wacky
my
stuff
fake
over
stuff.
there.
Yeah, true. But
I have a bottle. When I was in Vietnam, I've got a bottle of Cobra wine here in my dining room.
Oh, that stuff's so gross.
What is it?
It's a bottle of Cobra wine.
What's that?
I'll show you a picture after, but it's like a bottle of rice vinegar, and there's a cobra in the bottle and a tree snake. It's supposed to be like some natural Viagra. I just bought it because it looked neat.
It's for men to drink?
Yeah.
And there's a snake is like shoved in this bottle.
Yeah.
And you of course you had to pack that. Why did you go to Vietnam?
When I was working on the ship.
Oh, you worked on a cruise ship.
I did.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God. Let's talk about that. So, one of the girls that used to live here in Rochester who does stand-up got a job on a cruise ship doing stand-up. And she was saying they fly her down on Spirit Airline. And it's pretty janky how they get her down there and everything. But she only has to work like once a night.
What does she do? Oh, because she's a comedian.
She does stand-up.
Oh, yeah. I was in the gift shop. I worked a lot more than that.
So, how did you get that job?
Okay. I got it by accident.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to an interview to work at Walt Disney World. It was actually an interview for singers and dancers on a cruise ship.